Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for fan cams. As you know, we just do this. You lot can come on and have your say. I'm just seeing if it's actually not showing, which is rather annoying. So I'm going to have to do it a different way. Got to love it when technology works, then you got to love it. Got to love it indeed. StreamYard must be having a mare then, which is good. I'll do it this way. Paste that. Pin that. That should be there then, right? That should be in there for you lot to come on and have your say. But we've got so much to talk about, or you lot have got so much to talk about. You've got United, yet another draw, this time against Everton. Is it getting too tough for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to keep his job? Has Ronaldo been one of the main reasons why United are struggling? So that's one of the things. Obviously, Arsenal with their draw against Brighton and Ramsdale acting like they had just won the league. Chelsea with a great win over Southampton. Liverpool with that 2-2 draw over City. Leicester drawing with Crystal Palace. There's so much to talk about. I could talk about Plymouth Argyle, but I would rather not because I will kill an EFL referee at some point in the near future. So we won't do all that. Donny finally won, so I'm sure Aaron is absolutely buzzing. I bet he couldn't be happier. Ravi says, big up now, that Leicester game was a decent game. They let the lead slip after being 2-0 down to draw 2-2. I know I fell asleep halfway through and then woke up. I was like, wow. But yeah, Donny finally won. Salah still well cast me. I don't think that was ever a debate, was it? But let's start with callers. Let's get this show on the road. So we'll start with T-Boy. Sup, Tyler? Obviously, Liverpool. A lot of people are like, that shouldn't be dropping points at home to City. It's like, you do realise you're playing Manchester City, not like Bolton or what?
Exactly.
Like, it's Man City. Sake. If I'm playing City, I'll take a draw and run away with that.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think the way we played today, of course, it deserved to be a draw. Obviously, I've done a watch along on my channel. Ravi, come on it. I was with my mate that's a Man City fan. But yeah, man, it deserved to be a draw, if I'm being totally honest. I think up until the 20th minute in the first half, we was the better team. And then after that, City had the better chances, got very close. Bernardo Silva was loving life. So was Foden. On that penalty shout, the one where Foden went down, for me, he went down a bit too easy.
Contact was also outside the box.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of both, really. The way I described the first half was I described it as a bit of an NFL match. It was sort of split up into three sectors. The first 15, the second 15, the last 15. I thought you dominated the first 15. City then dominated the rest of the first half. I thought in the second half it was a lot more end-to-end. I didn't really think there was, City had moments of dominance. You had moments of dominance. I think a draw is a fair result. I mean, look, and I'm not here to bully Chelsea fans, but they lost 1-0 to City. So, this is Man City, for goodness sake. Surely you got to be happy with a point. And because...
Yeah, I am. Because what people seem to forget as well, their excuses are we was at Anfield, but what they seem to forget is we're playing one of the best teams in the country or even the world.
Well, you're playing the best team in the Premier League because they won it last year.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You can't deny it. Technically, you're third best club, but to be fair, Ollie Tax does put you up to second. But no, I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game. I thought, I don't know about you, but there was suspicions that you probably should have taken Milner off a little earlier.
I agree.
Obviously on that yellow card, he becomes more of a target than he already was. You could see that, and this isn't just because Man City wanted to target Milner. Man City have historically done a lot of their build-up down that left-hand side. And I thought Milner was getting a bit outdone by Foden, just purely the pace, the speed of him, the sort of what he was able to do with the ball. I thought was just impacting Milner.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But you got the result, and let's talk about Salah though. I mean,
what a player! For me, loads of people are saying it in a moment. He's the best player in the world right now.
Yeah,
that goal was unreal. The way he 3 at a time, then Diaz, and then the finish side netting. Oh my gosh!
I mean, I don't know how people are saying Messi and Ronaldo. Like genuinely, Messi and Ronaldo are currently killing their clubs at the moment, but you know they are no longer the best in the world. Haaland, maybe.
Haaland's definitely up there.
He's definitely up there. You know, Lewandowski, I think you have to probably put him up there. I think there's probably three. Right, three best attackers in the world right now are probably Haaland, Lewandowski, and Salah. Yeah. I think if we look at, I was like, who's the fourth? I think if you look at maybe young up and coming ones, you got Greenwood, you got Foden. I think will be up there. There's plenty. Obviously, Mbappe. I want to see Mbappe do it out of the French league.
Yeah.
Arguably,
totally
also
agree.
not in La Liga either, because I'm not gonna lie. There's three really shit leagues: Bundesliga, La Liga, and the Farmers League. Yeah, Liga.
yeah.
So I don't know. I expect an English team to win the Champions League this year as well. I'm not rating other leagues at the moment. Serie A, maybe.
No. Did you see the PSG result today?
Oh, they lost 2-0, didn't they, to Rennes?
Yeah.
And mind you, it says Rennes that lost flame in Camavinga during the summer.
Yeah.
PSG, Pochettino in the mud. Quickly, Pochettino to United? Who says no?
I mean, yeah, I suppose because they still won't win a trophy. Do you know
I
what
know.
I mean?
The meltdown that is currently happening with United is insanely good. I'm loving it. I was just on the phone to Ollie and I asked him to continue playing Fred McTominay, and if he could just turn a few of these draws into losses, that would just be the cherry on top of the cake, to be fair. But cheers for going in. I've got Slen, who is Chelsea, so we're gonna probably have him jumping up and down with joy with the 3-0, 3-1 win. But yeah, I will speak to you in a bit. All right, mate?
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate.
Catch you in a bit. Bye. So Ravi says Salah still world class for me. T-Boy, are you a Luton fan? He's done a few Luton vlogs, hasn't he? I think I checked one out. Mane on the score sheet as well. I say no. I knew the United would draw. I think United should go get Poch. I think it is time. It is time for us to end United. Velvishwan says Benzema 9 goals, 7 assists in 9 games. Nice. But we are joined by Slen. After Slen, we've got no other callers at the moment. So if you do want to get in line, a link is pinned in the chat for you to come on and have your say. But Slen, the result, probably a bit more deceiving. You know, the figures themselves, Chelsea 3, Southampton 1. If you look a little closer, it wasn't as comfortable as the scoreline suggests. Would I be correct in saying that? Considering two of them were post 80 minutes.
Yeah, the second half we were we stopped doing the things that we were doing right in the first half. In the first half, we were perfect. Like we were evading that press. We were passing the ball the right way to the right person, the right weight. The right runs were made. So in the second half, I don't know what happened. I don't know what Tuchel told these boys, but we did struggle in the second half, and the referee didn't help us either. So we had to do something, and we had to, if the ref can't help you, you need to give an opposition player a red card, and that's what we did. We set up we set up James Ward-Prowse. He thought Mendy had a bad pass. Okay, I don't know if that was really a bad pass, or I don't know what. I don't.
I think
But
it's
I
fair
want
to
to
say.
believe.
I think it's fair to say it was a bad pass. Then.
Okay, no, I don't want to say that because I don't want to believe it. I want to say that was a setup, and we really needed their main man to go off so
It's
that we
okay.
can try and do something.
seen.
Because I mean, we had to.
I've seen Edwin van der Sar misplace passes before. It's fine. It's completely normal.
I mean, we had to level things up because they were playing with 12 men, including the referee. So we had to send one off so that we can be even. So, and from there we did cruise, and oh my God, Barkley, that pass to Azpilicueta, first time cut back to Timo Werner, and he buries it. I mean, I can't understand the first goal that was disallowed. I don't think that was a foul. It happened like 18 seconds before the goal was scored. And we said when the Premier League was starting, they said that some fouls like that will be allowed. And I don't understand. I can remember there was a time, so that actually it was a Southampton against Manchester United. Fernandes was fouled, and Southampton went ahead and scored the goal, and it stood. So I didn't understand why ours did not stand. But that's the state of refereeing in England, and I mean it's Chelsea. We're used to this, and yeah, I was happy in the end, but it was not the best performance. But we're on top of the league, so I'm not complaining this time. And I told you Tino Livramento will star. Like, he had a very good game. I told you when we were building up to the game, I told you he will be very good, but he will be too much for them. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think Tuchel lost his head a little bit because a man picked up a bit of a yellow card from the referee, and at some point I thought he was going to have a heart attack with the way he was going on the sideline.
I was angry as well. So if I was Tuchel, I would have gotten red card because I would have beaten the fourth official on the nose. Because I mean, I couldn't understand why some decisions were being made.
It's not the fourth official's fault, mate. Like, I apologise. It's the referee in the middle of VAR.
Yeah, but he was complaining to the fourth official.
Yeah, the fourth official
he complained.
Yeah, but the fourth official is just basically a counsellor for the touchline.
So
that's essentially what he is.
So he was complaining to the fourth official. My point was I would have beaten the fourth official because I couldn't get close to the referee. I mean, before I even got there, maybe he would have run halfway through the field to run away from me. So I would start with the one who is close to me and maybe bite his finger, his nose, or anything.
Yeah, Dylan just saying Marshall. Yes, that Barkley pass was insane. VAR was right for Chelsea game. KWP was fouled to goal rightfully disallowed, says Velv. You disagree, but I'll ask Velv when he comes on after. What was Chilwell thinking in the game? I don't know. What was... did Chilwell do something dodgy?
He had a very good first half. Second half, I don't know where I think he left his head in the what do you call those? I think he left his head in the changing room because there were some passes. You could look at some passes and you're like, bro, no. Sometimes he was getting those long balls from Silva and Rudiger. Then he makes a fast touch and you're like, wow. Dude, how are you even a footballer? Like, he makes a fast touch, like a lot of meters from the line from the byline, and it goes all the way and it's a goal kick, and you wonder, oh Jesus Christ. Then he fouls Tino Livramento, but that was a very, 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 very good play from Tino. He showed the ball to Chilwell, and Chilwell thought he could reach the ball. Then Tino just put his legs just before there, and I mean he just cleared the ball so that Chilwell could foul him, and that was a very nice trap. And Chilwell fell for it, and it was a penalty. Then he goes ahead and shoots right in front of him to score that ridiculous goal. I mean, it was a beautiful. I mean, I love Tino, but I loved how it was audacious and it was beautiful. I didn't think it was a goal. No one thought, but I'm happy that we won 3-1. We were not at our best, but if we continued playing the way we played in the first half, which I still, up until now, can't understand how we set up, because Chilwell was playing in the midfield. Sometimes I could see him playing as the winger. Chaloba was playing as a right back, sometimes as a I didn't understand the setup. I still have to watch a lot of videos, tactical videos explaining what we were doing in that first half, but I was mind blown. Tuchel is a genius. What we did in the first half was perfect, and if we can continue with that mojo, we can win the league.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Obviously, a strong statements there. But cheers for going in, and I'll speak to you in a bit, all right? Catch you in a bit. Bye. Interesting. Fourth official is there for just vibes. This is true. Chilwell gave away the pen. No, fourth official just chilling, watching the free game. That is essentially what he gets. But before I bring Velv in, if you do want to join in, the link is in the chat for you to come on. But Velv, what do you want to talk about?
I'll talk about a Liverpool game and then go into Chelsea afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm disappointed. We could have won that game. It's just the way the City got their second goal deflected as well. Like, it wasn't due to our defensive errors. It was just one lucky incident that fell to City's way. And Fabinho in the end, I had to give credit to Rodri. It was a good block. I feel like if it was a striker, he probably volleyed it, but Fabinho's not a striker, so he's not going to volley. He's going to take a touch and try to shoot in. So I'm not going to put blaming on him, but it just shows that the title race is between us, City, and Chelsea. I had a debate with RJ earlier saying...
And Brighton.
And Brighton, yeah. Yeah. I had a debate with RJ saying, oh no, United are in the title race because we're mathematically in it. It's like, okay, so Arsenal are like 4 points behind. They're in the title race? Like,
United can't be in a title race when they physically have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager. That's just physically impossible.
Yeah, even Mustafa just joined the chat.
That's like saying that I'm a millionaire without having the £1 million in my bank account.
We see Ole and Mustafa's in the chat.
Yeah. Norwegian Clown Out says, I'm on holiday, but when I come back to the UK, I'll call in more often. Love to see that. Could have nicked that third. Yes, that third. Fabinho. All he needed to do was just put a toe on it without controlling it, and it's been in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's not like a striker's instinct. It's more like
Do you blame Fabinho for costing you the 3.7?
No, it's not his fault.
No, I'm just taking the piss. To be fair, if that was Salah, Mane, or Jota, or even Firmino stood there,
I think you could blame Milner for that first goal. Like, where was he for? Like, I just saw photos of the three of that. Milner, where are you?
Milner went for Milner went for Mackey's. He was like, "Fuck me, this is getting a bit of hard work." How does Trent do this every single? How's he do this every single game? Screw that. I'm gonna call Mackey's. But no, it was. Do you not think that a draw was a fair result after the whole performance?
Yeah, I think a draw is fair. I feel like both teams had the equal amount of chances in terms of clear cut. Anderson pulled a wonderful saves to keep us in the game.
100%.
And but we just need to talk about Mo Salah. World class. Like, if anyone doesn't say he's world class or doesn't think he's a good footballer, then football's not for you, my friend. Like,
he's a bit average. He's a bit average, isn't he? As Mo Salah. I don't know. He needs to do more. Like, I don't know.
He just got.
Bicycle.
He
He needs
just.
to do. He needs to do bicycle kicks. I need to see him score from on top of a stand. I think I need to see him fart a rainbow for a celebration. Are these all the things that he needs to do to
He
be
needs
world
to
class?
score from the Eiffel Tower in France.
Yeah,
Score
yeah,
there
yeah,
into
yeah,
Eiffel
yeah,
Movies.
yeah. He
He
needs to.
just.
He needs to play in goal as well. He's lacking a lot, isn't he? Is Mo Salah?
Yeah,
For
it's
anyone
just.
watching, I am being heavily sarcastic there.
The thing with Salah is like people say, "Oh, Salah can't dribble." Bro, did you see that goal? And this ain't the first time he did it against Spurs, like a couple of
Yeah.
seasons ago. He's done this numerous of times. Well, because he's not good as Hazard, it's just, they always had to bring up Hazard in this debate, man. Honestly, he's better than Hazard in terms of Premier League legacy. I don't care. Like
Yeah,
for
well, I
me,
mean, do you think he's better than Gerrard for for Liverpool?
here's the thing. In my opinion, I think Salah's our greatest ever Premier League player in history.
What above Gerrard?
Yeah, because unfortunately, Gerrard hasn't won a Premier League.
No, that's fair. It's just got a lot of Liverpool fans go, "Oh no, Gerrard is best," and I
It's,
feel like
it's,
they're clearly,
it's,
obviously, sexually attracted to Steven Gerrard.
it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. I feel like if everyone fan wants to say if Salah wins one more Premier League, then it cements it. Like there's no argument for Gerrard to.
Well, I love uncomfortable debates and arguments. So you've just
Yeah.
worked out what we're talking about on Thursday, then. I'm going to make it as uncomfortable as I possibly can. Van Dijk took the knee.
Yeah, but it didn't cost us like Young Maguire.
I'm glad Mane is getting goals. Yes, he's very
More
good.
goals than Lukaku, by the way, and Lukaku is supposed to be World Cup.
Not a problem, Chris. Not a problem. Salah is the best. Don't write him off. Salah is so clear of Hazard. Thoughts on Henderson and Jota today?
Not their greatest games.
No.
I expected better from more Henderson. Jota's still like it's one of the like big games, like because he hasn't played like majority of big games last season. So I expect it to be shaky. Henderson, I thought he should have done better in terms of defensive wise, because people talk about Henderson tracking back and Salah doesn't, but there's no Salah tracking back and not Henderson. So it's just one of those, isn't it? But
is it time to get rid of Henderson?
he's still important.
You got Fred. You can bring him Fred.
Oh, fuck off with Fred, man.
Mate, this disrespect to Fred, he is the best DM in the world.
No, I'm not having it.
It's okay, I'm not being serious. Salah is world class, but not the best in the world. Who is Mustafa? Who is the best in the world right now?
Pochettino, he said.
If you say Ronaldo, we got problems. He's way better than Hazard. Salah is Liverpool's best player since Premier League was implemented by far. Yeah, 100%. Salah took Slippy G, overtaken. Liverpool fans, we can't complain. We are up against the best team in the Prem. I didn't realise you. Hold on, you were playing Norwich today. Fuck me.
It's just like, I know it's against City and then draws a good point, but it just feels it's the way we drew it in a manner like as a deflected goal and could have won it at the end. It's just like it stings you a bit.
Talk to me about Ollie though. We might as well. I spoke to United boys on Friday, and they were all Ollie in and all that. But from a rival's perspective, what the hell is going on at Old Trafford right now?
There's actually debates who's worse, Ollie or Arteta, and I think Ollie's worse than Arteta. Like, if you really deep it, Arteta knows more football than Ollie.
I can't believe I just heard that, but you're not far wrong. Do you know what? If I'm gonna say something incredibly mad here, and I'm gonna get killed. Let's hope Gabby's not watching. If Arteta was the United manager right now and had all of those players, do you reckon he could win the league?
I wouldn't say the league, but I think they will win FA Cup or a League Cup.
I think he could.
Actually, they will win the Europa League.
No, I think he could mount a... Do you want to know why? Because what Arteta wants to do is right, and it makes sense. He just ain't got the players. You know? Oh, that's that. Let's hope Gabby's not watched that because he'll be all over it.
Can we just do an Ole versus Arteta debate? That would be so.
City get lucky because of Pep cardigan on the magic one. Love it, love it.
Pep always makes a meme every time he comes to Anfield. This time he was just screaming about Milner, and the other one was 2 penalties.
Alina Sancho won on the bench for the Everton game as schoolboy. Do you know what? I disagree. I think they lost it when they brought on Ronaldo. I thought Cavani was doing a brilliant job up top. Brilliant. He was linking well with Mason.
Cavani's underrated.
It was 100%. He was linking well with Mason. He was linking very well with Martial. Obviously, Sancho coming on at half time. I thought Cavani. I thought that was the mistake. Do you think that bringing in Ronaldo was the mistake?
I said it was, yeah. I said it was. It's going to have like other negative effects because of not getting a DM, and it's going to be like more. Because I thought first of all the negative effect was like not playing Greenwood more. Obviously, Greenwood's done well to stay in this team, but it's just like when you have Ronaldo, you have a selfish player, and I don't mind selfish players, but when there's like easy chances to play through on goal, then that's when you're screwed because Ronaldo is always going to think about himself. He's always going to think about winning. Like, even if a teammate doesn't pass to him, he gets frustrated about it. And it's obviously going to cause drama.
And you can see that, you can sort of see that rubbing off on the other players, can't you, as well? Sort of Greenwood is getting a bit more like that.
Greenwood's not scoring many goals since Ronaldo's arrival.
It was 3-3, one day before Ronaldo's return. Not scored since. I think Ollie might start ruining people's careers.
I think he's ruining Sancho as well because I don't think so far Sancho suits United. Like he'll cover the right wing spot, but in terms of like actual suiting to what Ole's playing, it's not good. Because I remember numerous of times watching at Dortmund at Dortmund you'll see Bellingham, what's his name, Moray, what's that guy's name? I forgot his name. There's some German midfielder. No. It's a German midfielder. They always overlap. Sancho will be waiting on the wing. The player comes overlapping in the box and pass it. What we saw against Everton was numerous of times with Luke Shaw. I don't know who the other one. Probably I forgot who played, but I know Luke Shaw. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka should have made an overlapping run, but they're just stuck in their own hole.
Do you think that will take a bit of time in terms of getting used to the Wamba shuffle, and the Luke Shaw Burger King?
I think if they had got Trippier, I feel like Trippier and Sancho link up would work better.
I just think getting any right back would do a better job than right now because
Brandon Williams. I guarantee Brandon Williams will actually do.
I kid you not. I'm not even joking right now. You should just get Brandon Williams. To be fair, he is better than Dalot. In my opinion, I'd actually argue that Brandon Williams is better than Wan-Bissaka.
You can argue that, because I don't think Wan-Bissaka is a good right back.
Brandon's got the positioning. Okay, Wan-Bissaka's better on one-on-one. Cool. Brandon still has no issue at one-on-one. He'll just put them he'll just chuck them into the stands. Ask Hudson Odoi. And he'll contribute going forward. You saw that when he was playing left back, didn't you? It was harder for him actually when he was playing left back when he first broke on because he's right footed, isn't he? So it's so strange. It is so strange. Some comments here. Shout out to Pep's blue cardigan. Love it. Wouldn't win us a trophy. He wouldn't win the league, but he'd win a trophy. Fred is the best fake Brazilian ever. Don't know how he does it. How many times did Liverpool and Man City? Twice. Scored twice. To be fair, first half United were decent. It was up until you brought off Cavani. Martial had an injury. Pep's going to win the league and celebrate that cardigan. I'm so happy. Dylan, do you know Pep's cardigan? You should wear one of Pep's cardigan now or his jumper. I definitely wouldn't want to do that. Ronaldo is the best player in the world. Just joking right now. It's Lewandowski. That's fair.
Actually, if that cardigan gets me £1 billion, then I'll take it.
Shuffle. Listen up now. Brandon is not better than AWB or Dallo. Sorry, mate. He's not good enough at this level. Not that Dallo is either, but AWB is astronomically clear of him. I disagree. Right? So I think Wan-Bissaka is shit. Really, really shit. So
Do you know there was actually a debate going on last season who's going to get the England squad? Aaron Wan-Bissaka or Trent? It's like, oh my days, you United fans are serious.
I clearly something wrong there. But no, I Wan-Bissaka is really, really shit. I think Brandon Williams is potentially on similar level as Aaron Wan-Bissaka. His positioning is better. His work rate is better. His attack is better, and that, he's not got great attackers at all, but you can put in a cross better than Wan-Bissaka, and he doesn't do the Wamba shuffle. So you know, he's definitely better than Dallo as well. Definitely better. Right?
I don't know how this guy used to be a right winger. It's just confused.
It hurts my head, mate. Hurts my head. Bayern Munich, PSG, Real Madrid, and Barcelona all lost this week.
They lost.
Oh, Max Sounds next summer to challenge Wan-Bissaka, get that for Dallo out. Get them both out. Even if Martial is injured, you keep him on. I don't think so.
It's a decent goal from Martial, to be fair. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it was decent goal. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, big up Mustafa's comment. I'm going to rip into them.
I'm surprised that Pep didn't break the chair he was sitting on, how angry he got. He was furious. Hakimi is so clear.
Are you sure? Here's the thing. I remember you, Lauren Pram, told me Hakimi was better defensively than Trent. Hakimi, every time he plays, gets exposed. He literally got exposed by Rennes. They lost 2-0. He is an awful defender. And PSG are leaking goals because he's playing that right back. So don't come at me saying Hakimi's a better defender than Trent because it's false. When I call you out, you reply. If you don't reply, then you're wrong. Trent is clear. End of story.
Yeah, I hear that. DJ Sav says, big up Niall and the stream. Happy Chelsea fan. I am top of the league going into the international break. Dylan says AWB is like a fish riding a pike going forward, but I'd rather have him over AWB. So you'd rather Brandon Williams over AWB, but I agree Dallo is quite wank. I won't bring up the comment below you because it works for my agenda if I don't. Can you wear a jump on your next video? I think I've done a couple of streams to a jumper in. Cannot remember which one. Sorry now, but you're on drugs if you think Dallo. If you think Dallo is good, he got completely destroyed by a Dortmund reject. I definitely did not say Dallo was good. Mark my words. I said Dallo is shit and Brandon Williams is better than Dallo and AWB. So yes.
It's fine with stuff. I know what Ole's doing too. He's making you drive you crazy.
Me and Chelsea still proud. We are top 100%. Fish jumpers are a finished piece of clothing. Do it for Pep. Bro, now, bro, how are you? I'm so happy about yesterday. I don't know how Hull did.
They won 2-0.
Leicester have been lucky not to lose their past two Premier games. For fuck's sake now. I know, I'm such a horrible person. Send one. I can't remember. It was recently, I think. Recently. But talk to me about Chelsea. Obviously, their fans have jumped up and down with joy. And if anyone does want to call in, there is space. There's actually no one behind Velvishwan. So if anyone does want to call in, then you can. Chris says, I'm only joking about the Pep cardigan. It's all right, mate. I can take a joke. But yeah, talk to me about Chelsea.
Their fans are flip-flops. I heard other day against Juventus, this is why we're not going to win the league. Our squad is not that good. We're going to do this and that. We're going to make mistakes. As soon as they beat 10 men Southampton, let me clarify, 10 men. We're going to win the league. We're going to do this. We're going to walk the league. We did something that City United didn't do. They didn't beat Southampton this season. We did. I'm like, oh my day, shut up. You were lucky not to get a draw because Southampton in the second half were onto you, man. They were dominating you. Rightfully got that penalty because Livramento spun Chiro like a Beyblade. And yeah, as soon as James Ward-Prowse got a red card, rightfully red card, because I thought that was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. It's just wrong timing, and it did engage your opponent, so it's a red card. But yeah, you decide to go have shots, and Schalke come at me, Ravi. I don't care. Like, they were lucky at the end of the day.
I hear that, but we've got Sav who's waiting backstage, so I'm going to bring Sav on, who's a Chelsea fan I'm gonna ask him about what you just said, Bill. So, cheers for calling in, and I'll speak to you in a bit, right, bro? Catch you in a bit, bye. But yes, that some interesting comments there from Velv. Velv is lucky Charlene watching. This is true. Some Liverpool fan vibes. They couldn't beat 10-man Chelsea, and they complained we played with 10 defenders. Martial is the best forward in the world. That is just factually incorrect. But DJ,
big up, bro. How are you?
Got a win at the weekend. That stops your embarrassing 2-game losing streak. Where the Chelsea fans are having a meltdown, and some were even asking for Thomas Tuchel to be sacked. Thank you for the Champions League, but it's time to go. And I was confused by that comment just alone. I was also then thought, who the hell would you replace him with? Yeah. And then really thought that comment was stupid. Once I realised there was actually no one you could replace him with.
First of all, big up to you now. Big up to everybody in the panel, but in the chat. Velv, mate, what is this? Flip-flop Chelsea fans, bro, come on. I'm not one of those flip-flop Chelsea fans. Yeah, listen, I've been a fan of my club since the late 80s. Yeah, I've seen my team get relegated. I've seen my team come back up. Teams have always seemed to say that we seem to have done things with Roman Abramovich. People don't seem to realise we've actually won things without Roman Abramovich's money. I don't think people realise that. But going back to the game on Saturday,
that doesn't fit agendas, mate.
No. But what I'm saying to you, bro, is people were just saying we won nothing. Literally, we were just under Roman, which it was just all about under Roman. Under Roman, we've done this. I
know that. Most sensible football fans that understand football know that, but it doesn't fit the agendas.
No. But what I'm saying, bro, is going back to what Vale was saying about the game on Saturday. I was at the game on Saturday. I'll go to all their home matches generally, all the Chelsea season ticket holder with my dad. Yeah, okay. I have to say, we started the game very well. Obviously, we got the goal from the dominance that we did with Chalobah's header from the corner kick. Then obviously give Southampton credit. I always will credit a team. They did come back at us. They deserved to get their equaliser, even though it was a stupid foul by Ben Chilwell in the penalty area that gave them the penalty kick. They equalised in the second half, and then obviously in the second half they started getting on top of us. Yes, they were attacking, but I never ever gave even when we had the full 11 players on the pitch, mate. Southampton had the full 11 players on the pitch. I always had this feeling we were going to do something because that's how we do things. I know the last couple of games haven't been that great. We've lost, but and any fan that's been saying Thomas Tuchel out, thank you very much. They are proper flip-flop Chelsea fans. They just clearly don't know nothing about the football club, the history of the football club in generally, because that's not the answer. You don't sack a manager just because we're losing 2 games. It doesn't work that way.
Really?
No. Well, no. I know you mean. No, going back to what I'm saying in terms of like...
I know Roman Abramovich is trigger happy, but I don't think he's ever been that trigger happy.
Exactly, bro. You know that. He's not that trigger happy in terms of that. And let's be honest, yeah. Long before Conte came to the football club, he was the manager he was actually the manager we wanted. But obviously, whatever happened with him, he decided to go elsewhere, and we couldn't get him. Obviously, then we got Conte in. He did well for us, and then obviously we saw, brought in Sarri. But look, we finally got him here. We went through a little bit of a rough patch, but I always believe in my teammate. The one thing we've got with my team this season is, we won't give up. I mean, okay, we lost our 2 games. One to Juventus and one to Manchester City. And I have to say, Manchester City deserved that win that day because I will say as a fan, they outplayed us on the day. And I'll come out and say that as a Chelsea fan. But in general, for the game against Juventus, again, I always say that had we taken the chances that we did have, which we didn't do, we would have probably won that game. But it's what it is at the end of the day. Juventus got a great goal. I mean, that finish by Chiesa was an absolute brilliant finish. And no one can take that away from that. But we bounce back, mate, and that's what we do. And to win this game now and go on top of the league before the international break, I can't be ever so happy about my team.
It's big, isn't it? The 2 weeks and you've got a tough one coming up against Brentford, and that is
we do, mate.
You couldn't get more of a banana skin if you tried, because that truly is like the biggest banana skin you'll find in world football at the moment. Because are this team just genuinely good, or what is going on with Brentford? Is it Is it away?
It is away to Brentford.
Oh,
It
you're
is away.
fucked.
It is away.
Take a point, Ron. I'm genuinely there.
Yeah, and you know
That
what?
is
Respect
sort
to
of-
them.
That is sort of. They remind me very much of Leeds last season. You know, first time.
Yeah.
Sheffield United under Wilder. Very similar to those. Very similar vibes of. They're going to be really, 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 really tricky this year.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then I'm as a neutral. I'm looking at next season going.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to sustain this? Because Sheffield United didn't, Leeds don't look like they're able to. It's going to be really, really interesting one. But it is banana skin, isn't it?
It is, mate. And to be honest with you, I like Brentford. I have to say, I do like them. They do play. Their manager plays some really good football as well. I have to say. They have been. Their striker up front. I mean, he's going to be the danger man, obviously. But look. When you look at our team now, you look at our defence generally, right? I mean, Silva, you've got Silva there. I mean, when he's come in, I don't think there's really been very mistakes he's done this season. I mean, you've got Rudiger, who's playing out of his skin. I mean, that guy, I don't know if you had a chance to see any of the highlights, just that run and that pass yesterday that led to the goal that was obviously, it was disallowed, that Lukaku put away and it was offside. But leading up to that run by Rudiger, I mean, look, we shouldn't be afraid. But Brentford will be a tough team. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to go and steamroll them, because that's not going to be the case. Especially after international break, we always seem to make it tough. It seems to be tough for us. But we've got the squad.
It's probably because Gareth is going to play Mason Mount in the next 2 games.
He probably will, mate. He didn't even start with Chelsea.
90-minute matches, absolutely fantastic. Love to see it. It's like, could our manager be any more of a clown if he tried? It's like,
mate.
It's like we've got the English version of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's really upsetting. Deeply, deeply upsetting. Some good comments here. Shao gets triggered when I make fake Kante, a fake account of Kante. Yeah, she does get triggered when you call him Fat Kante. Chris, I'm not coming on because I'm scared of now patronising me over Brandon Williams being a good footballer. He is better than Wan-Bissaka. He don't do the Wamba shuffle. Sub to Dylan, Valve, can you lend me 10 quid? Love to see it. Play tricky Brentford next. Good luck. Get me a Bird King, then I will. Pep on Mo Salah's goal. I've never seen anything like it.
What a goal.
He has to be the best winger in the league has ever seen, and the best player in the world at the moment. No one is doing it like him. Makes you wonder how Chelsea fans feel that they let him go.
Mate, don't get me started on that one. No, that was. I don't understand.
You let Salah and Kevin De Bruyne walk out of Stamford Bridge.
Do you know what, mate? That is. Who was it? It was Jose Mourinho, wasn't it, as well? Listen.
It had to be Jose, didn't it?
Yeah, it had to be Jose. But again, you see what these guys are doing with their careers now, where they've gone, mate. I mean, had we had them all in that team that season, God knows, and had them for seasons on end, God, can you imagine we'd be going every season? But hey, it's what it is, mate. That's what we tend to do, isn't it? We seem to let some other players go.
You've been fairly smart nowadays, haven't you?
Yes,
you started putting in clauses on contracts going, if we get another De Bruyne or Salah, we're getting them back. And I think you've done that with Livermore, haven't you?
What a player, mate. What a player.
Do you know what? I feel for him, because if Reece James wasn't actually a footballer, he would have Tino would have a first team place. But to be fair, Reece James has got to be consistent soon.
Yes.
Because if not, Tuchel or Roman might just look at Livermore and go, bring him back. Bye-bye, Reece. You go to Southampton. Or, because and before people say, oh, no, Roman would never do that. Do not count your horses. He is ruthless. It's why next summer Timo Werner is going to be sold if he doesn't vastly improve on his output.
Let me let you know something about Roman Abramovich, our owner. No, and I don't think many fans would know this year, but the reason why the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Reece James, Mason Mount, Trevor Chalobah, all at the football club, is because Roman did not want to sell them. He loves his. People don't realise this, and I think people have got to realise this. He loves his youth players. He wants to see his youth players come through. It's not just about going and buying every season, like some people seem to think we're going to do. He's invested in that.
A shit ton of money.
He has,
made youth academy since he came in.
He He has, and
Right.
people have got to realise he likes to see that fruit come through to the first team players and first team, which they've gone and done.
It's
Some
not
of
even
some.
it's not even to save money, is it? With
It
Roman?
is.
'Cause
It's like people seem to say. Go on, mate.
Roman is he's a football fan. He loves football.
Yes, he does.
So this isn't Roman isn't thinking, well, if these do this, it saves me a bit of money. Money is not a problem for Roman Abramovich. Trust me when I say that. But he wants to see it because he knows that's what makes clubs sort of grow, if that makes sense. Because you look at United, everyone thinks back to the class of '92. Look at Liverpool, you got the Gerrard, you got the Ian Mushes and all that from back then. You look at Chelsea and you instantly think John Terry. You got Frank Lampard when he was a kid as well. So you look at all of these and it's like that's why you want to do it, because he wants to see consistent talent. And I mean, apart from until City have just turned up on the scene, you've had the best youth academy in the world, haven't you?
Yes, we have, mate. We have, and I think the saddest thing for some Chelsea fans. I mean, for me, as I said, I've been a fan since the late '80s. I'm used to seeing some of the youth players coming through. I mean, I can go back now as far as, if you want, I can go back as far as seeing the youth players such as Eddie Newton, Frank Sinclair, Craig Burley. Kerry Dixon wasn't one of ours that we bought. I think we actually bought him, but he was still a youth player. He came to us at a young age. And he done well for us as well. I mean, I can go back to Damien Matthew. These are the kind of players going back in the day. I mean, some of these fans probably won't even know who they are if they know to go back as far. And we used to always see these playing. I mean, obviously, we were not winning trophies back then. But anybody that knows Chelsea would have known back in the day we were more of a cup team, winning cups here and there, causing upsets here and there, winning the odd. Winning the European, we obviously won the Cup Winners' Cup and the Super Cup back then. But we had youth players back then, and this season again. I mean, I'm obviously Roman has bought the football club. One of the first things he actually did was he went and bought that. And obviously, when we bought Cobham, he went to Cobham. One of the things he set up was the youth players coming through, and we went to so many youth cup competitions. We won things I think we won the European Cup, the young European Cup, European Champions League Cup. I think we've done it about 3 times. We won the youth cup. Generally, we've won that.
You've won the FA Youth
Cup.
Yeah,
we've won a lot. Yeah, and it's just seeing, and as a Chelsea fan, I guess one of the things we never saw them players actually reach their potential to come through to the first team. Now, when obviously one of the things I thank Frank Lampard for is when he was there, was he gave that opportunity to those players to come in afterwards. When he obviously came out manager, we couldn't sign any players. You saw the likes of obviously Mason Mount come back. Obviously Hudson Odoi was there, Tammy, and all them players come, and Reece James. It was just nice to see them. And then obviously what he did is he made them good players. But Thomas Tuchel's come in and made them better players.
Do you get me? There's no denying that Thomas Tuchel has come in and done wonders with Mount. I think Mount is a lot better. I think Hudson Odoi is getting there. Tuchel's probably sat at home going, one day I'm actually going to punch this kid, but I'll keep going. You can just see he's definitely getting frustrated. He's like, I want to punch him. Tuchel's probably sat there like, I can't punch him, but I really want to punch him. But I think he'll come good because Tuchel is getting there. You can see that Hudson Odoi is improving. Just with some players, you need to get that message in a lot more than you do
100%
with others. One that was key for that was that it was fucking Rooney, wasn't it? He was pretty dodgy. He took a bit of time to get used to what Fergie wanted, but the minute he got it, boy,
what a player he then turned out, didn't he?
It took him a little while. It even took Ronaldo a little while under Fergie. It was sort of like, is he really going to make it? Because a lot of people are questioning, is he even going to make it? And Fergie just continued to emphasize the message that he wanted and all that. It does work. I mean, Mustafa says, why the am I seeing Southgate United? I will. Please get Southgate. I beg you. They're going to do it.
Why am I seeing Southgate United? Honestly, stop supporting this football club. That's happened.
I beg.
I tell you, if that happens, I don't know what. Listen, I'm not gonna. I can't. What do you call it, Manchester United? I mean, they're everyone. Okay, as much as I don't like, as much as I have this thing. I don't like Manchester United. I also respect them as a team and what they've
Oh,
achieved in their life. I mean,
they
what
need to
they've done, just who they are.
They need to get
But
Southgate.
but Southgate is their
because then
manager.
I can finally get rid of him. I can finally get rid of him, which I've been wanting to do
But the
for
United
ages. And
fans
we
be
can
loving
go,
to hear this.
and we can go sign Graham Potter. Oh, this needs to happen, boys. They need to. But do you know what? The United board, they will bring in Southgate. Do you just know they would as
Do
well?
you think they will? Honestly,
Yeah, I reckon they would. They'll be like, we need someone who can work with this talent. We'll go get Southgate. Need someone who's good with the PR. We'll go get Southgate. Need someone who isn't going to yap our ears off and go, oh, I need this now, or I'm going to talk to the press. We'll go get. They'll get. Oh,
I'll be honest with you. I believe. I'll be honest with you. I can't. The reason why, as much as I'd love to see that happen now, like this. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, to see that happen, I can't see it happening. The only reason why that won't happen is because of one player, Cristiano Ronaldo. There is no way. There's no way they'll allow that. He'll be out. He'll be out of there. He'll be gone if that was the case.
They'll be like, goodbye. You've already done what we need you to do, which is get us some more money. Goodbye.
Nah.
Torah.
I think
it could happen because Ronaldo's not going to have a say on the manager.
Yeah.
He's only there for 2 years. He's got a 2-year deal.
And you got you got two top managers though, mate, that can come in instead of him that are available out there. I think we all know who they are. That is Conte and Zinedine Zidane. Zidane.
For me, Conte,
that's the other one.
Conte does not fit United. As United
Zidane?
won't. United. See, I think Zidane's overrated personally.
You think?
I do because there's elements of it, but I don't know. You know when you get that feeling of like, oh, I don't. There's something about Zidane. Mainly his man management seems severely lacking. I think Odegaard and Bale is a prime example of that. And United cannot really afford to get a bad man manager, if that makes sense, because they've got a lot of players in there, young players, especially the likes of Greenwood, Sancho, that need. No, I don't want to say babying, but they need dealing with in a very particular way. And it's a way that I don't think Zinedine Zidane has ever shown me that he's got, because he can work with the likes of Ramos, Benzema, Modric, Cruz, and all of these. These are seasoned professionals. Because that's part of the issue. I think that's the bit I'm thinking. I could see them genuinely going, Southgate got England to a Euros final. Southgate's really good with youth players. We'll go get Southgate. He'll win us the Champions League.
And he didn't. He's not won anything for us for England, man. I mean, he got us to a final, but what do we do?
Do you imagine if there is a picture of Gareth Southgate at Old Trafford holding up a United shirt as the new manager?
Man.
I would cry. I would cry my eyes out with pure, unadulterated joy. And United fans will also be crying, but for all the other reasons. They'll be crying because of despair and that is brilliant. That is brilliant. We may do. I don't know. I go bed at 8-9 o'clock in the morning, but that's because I'm going to be working nights. So
yeah,
I'm always a bad one to ask when I go to sleep because my sleep schedule is the complete opposite to almost any normal person. But United, you're obviously you support Portugal and
yes,
well.
That's because I'm Portuguese. I'm Portuguese, half Portuguese, bro. Yeah.
So we might as well talk about Ronaldo actually, because I've got certain viewpoints on this, and
go for it.
I'm sure they're not all reasonable, but I think getting Ronaldo was the biggest mistake United made. What do you think? Yeah.
No, I actually think I personally think no. I think what they did to bring him back was actually a good thing, because all this talk about him, obviously we knew he was unhappy in Italy for quite some time. I think that was going around Italian tabloid newspapers, the Gazzetta. Everyone was just basically coming out and saying literally he just wanted out. I think ever since what's his name came back as manager to Juventus, they just didn't seem to have that click, and he just wanted to be gone. Allegri, and there was obviously when there was talk when there's Messi going to Paris Saint-Germain, there was talk, could could Ronaldo, it was just funny how they were trying to link Ronaldo and Messi to Paris Saint-Germain, because they were like the only two clubs they could have afforded him. But what United did, I have to say, and I have to give respect to where respect is for a football club. They knew, this talk of him going to Manchester City, that was never on there. And all the Manchester City fans on here, look, I'm not gonna, what do you call it, you guys tried your best to get him in, but he was never going to join your football club. He's a United legend, and he was gonna go to Manchester United. Always, if anything, it was going to be his final. He wanted to go and do. Fergie got involved, as we all know. When Fergie gets involved, who's managed him for years on end before he went off, told him, said, "What do you think you're doing? If you want to go to Manchester, you come back to United." And that's exactly what he went and done. He got him back to, because they've been talking to him. He came back to United, and I think United, what they've gone and done is good. I mean, the only thing what I'll say is, big up Chris Stokes, by the way, in the chat, in the comment section. What I will say is, in terms of Ronaldo himself coming there, what it does to Jadon Sancho, because people were talking about what it's going to do to Jadon Sancho and all that kind of stuff. Now, look, for me, Jadon Sancho is a top player, right? But I have to say, in a United shirt that I've seen of him so far, I've not been impressed with him. I mean, I know it's going to come, though. He's a talent. He's a talent.
I think it's more the manager that might be the problem there.
I was just about to say that. I was going to get to that point. I think it's more to the fact the way Ollie is actually playing him. I don't think Ollie is playing him as he should be playing, as he should be. And we all know he's a talented player.
A lot of people have done that. He's trying to play Sancho like he plays Rashford, and they're completely different players. Completely.
And this is where the mistake is.
Rashford has that strength, that body strength to run at defenders, to get in and behind. That is not Sancho's game. No. Sancho is more for intricate passing, so it works perfectly because you can then get a different sort of feel from both flanks. But you need to get the players in there that can do this. So for me, he needs to get someone better than Bissaka for the right back situation. As if you sort that out, that improves Sancho on the right wing. It would also improve Greenwood when he plays there, mind you.
Yes.
If you can get someone overlapping, that's exactly what Greenwood and Sancho need. They need overlapping. So that's what I think. But the reason I think Ronaldo is arguably the biggest mistake United made is because
gone.
I'm not going to use the word selfish, because every player is selfish, but he is bringing attributes to the table that I'm starting to see on Greenwood, and I'm not liking it in the slightest, because I love Greenwood as much as probably
top talent, mate.
I prefer watching Greenwood play when he's with Cavani, because I think Greenwood is better with Cavani. I think his link-up play is better. He's much better in terms of aspects of team play. The passing, the assists. He put a cross in for Cavani. None of this is being done with Ronaldo. I also think United have become a bit one-dimensional now in their attack. I think, back last season, it could come down the right with Greenwood cutting in and shooting and murdering you that way. Or you got Rashford, who's going to run past you and obliterate you on the left. You got Bruno, who's going to ping in a 25-yard weldy from just outside the box, or you've got Cavani, who's notoriously going to probably score a headed goal, and you're going to be wishing you marked him a bit tighter. This year, I can see Bruno just going to Ronaldo, and I can just see it becoming a little bit one-dimensional. And I just think for United right now in the situation they're in, I think bringing in Ronaldo is actually... It could be a good thing, because it could get things sorted in terms of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but I think it is really showing off a lot of the weaknesses that United have. And I just think that because it's that over-reliant on Ronaldo again, right? If Ronaldo don't do it, who's going to do it? And I think that's the issue at United. It's why I personally wouldn't have gone for Ronaldo. I would have saved that money and got a DM in. I would probably walked up to Barcelona and gone, here's a cheeky 50, 60 million pound for De Jong. We'll take De Jong, please.
Yeah, I mean, I guess everyone's got. I mean, people got their opinions on it all, man. And I can understand why. I think the reason why Ronaldo has actually come into United now, for me, United need to win a trophy. It's as simple as that. They need to win something, and I've always said they've got the team. they have got the plays in there to do something this season. Now Ronaldo's in there. I can just see him, and I can see the link up between him, Bruno. The link up they do it for the national team very well. As you put, if you're in Portugal, you know how they do the link up in the national team. Yeah. Obviously, you got Paul Pogba in that midfield, one of the best midfielders around in the world. I mean, they've got with that team this season. You got Cavani can obviously come. And obviously, you mentioned those players, Greenwood. I'm a huge fan. I have to say, as a Chelsea, I'm a massive fan of Greenwood. When there was this talk of unrest with him, a possibility of him, I said to myself, it would have been it would have never ever happened in a million years. It would have loved him to come to Chelsea under maybe Tuchel's stewardship and see what he would have done to him. But that was never going to happen.
It probably makes Hudson-Odoi. It probably makes
that was the only thing.
That would put Hudson-Odoi in the airport quicker.
That was my thing. That was the reason why I did not want to see that happen. Because as much as I do rate Greenwood very highly, as I think he's a top talent. I do rate Hudson-Odoi as well as one of our.
Obviously, we all know that. I think everyone, if they don't, I don't know if they're just blinded love for Hudson-Odoi, but obviously Greenwood is better, and it would probably force Joe out because you look at Greenwood.
It would have definitely done that.
Greenwood on the right with Lukaku, boy's gonna start cooking.
Yeah,
Mason Mount might have had an issue as well because.
This is the thing.
You're like, boss, that's my position. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but
you can't have too many plays, can you, bro? You can't have too many plays. This is the problem. And I think with us now, then I think when there was this talk, obviously we're talking about this midfielder. We were talking about United. We're going for this midfielder. Obviously, Saul Gaz was linked with them heavily. I actually thought they were going to get him because. I don't know if I came on your show a few times, I think last season, and I kept on saying, I think the player that would possibly come to Chelsea, and I still think it could still happen maybe in January, is Tchouaméni or Declan Rice, with the two being mentioned. But Declan Rice will not leave West Ham, I don't think, at all this season. I think they're doing too well at the moment with him in the team. I think they're going to try and win something in Europe this year, personally, I think. But Tchouaméni could be another one that could be a possibility that could come in. Now, I know United have been linked with him as well.
Fat chance of that.
It's just one of those situations, mate. And for me, I think is
it mad to say United probably pick up Kessie? Because
that's another guy.
Kessie's been chatting some shit, hasn't he? He's been saying that he likes United and all that. He was a United fan. He's obviously now decided to twerk like mad for United, which I do understand because there's not many DM spots available, only really Chelsea and United. And Chelsea have always, not always, but you seem to have more of that wanting of a Rice or a Tchouaméni. Now, Rice is too expensive, so Tchouaméni seems legit. And City don't really look like they're a Kessie type player.
No.
For me, I think they're probably... City want Rice, don't they? So it's an interesting one, but I think United probably end up picking... And he's free, so he fits the United budget. Better than anyone else.
Yeah, it's true. And I think the other thing people got to remember is the reason why Tchouaméni may not come to Chelsea this season is because of one man. And when he's fully fit, everybody knows a fit GoloKante doesn't get pushed out of that Chelsea midfield. It's as simple as that. He's one of our top players. When he's fully fit,
unless you have Fred.
Yeah. But as I said, what was that? Sorry, bro. I missed that one. Sorry, my thing went a bit.
I said unless you have Fred.
Unless you have Fred. God. I know the United take on Fred at the moment. It's not very
it's great
not
to
all that great. It's fantastic.
If you're ever depressed or bored,
talk about Fred.
Wacky United space on. Oh, you will love it. Their meltdowns man. And my club's in League One. Like my club's in League One, and I legit love hearing their meltdowns. It's like Ollie this, Ollie that, and I'm like, Ollie is shit, but because some of them are, again, it's just that blinded love, and they're like, Ollie will succeed. It's like, and he's shown that how, like, could have won a Europa League and decided not to. So I don't know. Chelsea are a serious club though, and this whole rebuild thing, Tuchel. Sort of just put all of that in the bin. He won a Champions League 6 months after being appointed.
As I said, now I can tell you right now, whoever those fans were that were saying him to leave just because of those losses, This is what I mean, and this is what annoys me. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, as I said to you earlier on, mate, it really does annoy me when I hear that, because been around the club for so many years, supporting the club for so many years, seeing how many managers have come and gone in that team, going back from the Ken Bates days to the Roman days. We used to do it back then as well. You know, John Hollins, Ian Porterfield, Bobby Campbell. You know, Don Howe. You know, I can go on, mate. I can go on and on and on. But this is the now, and anybody that is saying for this to happen, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I can tell you this now: Roman will not get rid of Thomas Tuchel. He's won us the Champions League. We won the Super Cup. We're doing well in the Premiership at the moment. We've had two losses to Manchester City and Juventus, and fans are saying already about Thomas Tuchel. I mean, that is proper flip flop style. Honestly,
who would you even hire? And by the way,
there's no one around.
Big up to Chris. I do see your comments. It's just when obviously in a conversation, it's a little difficult to drop it mid flow. But who could you even? I'm trying to think of. Let's just say Roman does decide that he's completely lost his head and is clearly, you know, suffering from some sort of mental delusion or hallucinations, or United fans broken into his office and tied him up or something. And he decides it's time to go, Tuchel. Goodbye. Who the hell do you bring in? The only ones I can think of is you try and get Conte back in, which is going to be bad considering he tried to sue you.
Spot on, bro.
somehow I feel like the relationship.
Chelsea.
Somehow I feel that the relationship with Conte and Chelsea is a bit burnt. When I say a bit, I mean, that's like a glass bottle that's been smashed about 1 million times. Then, I mean, you could say Nagelsmann, but is he really the type of manager you need?
Munich.
And to leave Bayern Munich as well. Then you've got Pochettino. Which is just funny when you even think about it.
He's linked back with Tottenham, by the way.
I know. He should go there, I think. Do you know what? They're clearly made for each other. They genuinely are clearly made for each other. Just, you know... Get the marriage done, go back home, and just never leave, because you're a mess without them, and they are a shambles without you. So, do you know what? I'm not even throwing salt at Spurs. Just get Pochettino back. Your fans will be having raging erections all night long because Poch is back.
The main man's back.
He won't win you anything, but you'll play attractive football, which again. Will set these Tottenham fans onto an almighty orgasm when watching their team play.
Harry Kane will still want to leave.
Kane will probably still want to leave, but it's fine because Poch is here, and Poch will do a madness, and I don't know, probably do a madness with like Dane Scott or Troy Parrott, and turn them into world beaters. It's just be done with it. Just go get Poch back. He is a mess without you, and you are a shambles without it. You might as well just be done with it. They might as well, mightn't they? I mean. I feel
I mean, I do for him. He's a good manager, but Tottenham. I'll be honest with you. Now, I was actually surprised at that appointment. To be honest with you, Nuno to Tottenham. I just never expected that to last. I mean, especially Daniel.
Poike was like 14th choice, mate.
Yeah, and Daniel Levy is chairman, mate. He ain't going to put up with that for much longer, is he? As owner, you know.
No. I mean, it's a weird one because. They wanted, because this is when you knew Tottenham didn't have an actual plan.
Yeah.
Because Levy was like, I want to go back to the Tottenham DNA, and then is in negotiations with Conte.
And he even turned it down, yeah.
Spurs' DNA is attractive, free-flowing, attacking football.
Yeah.
Conte is defensive, workmanlike.
Yeah.
Ugly to watch, but wins you shit.
But effective to win games.
Exactly,
yes.
and wins you stuff. That's when you definitely knew that Levy did not have a clue what he wanted from his manager. He was just like, just go get anyone. Just go get anyone. We'll go get Conte. We'll say we're going back to our Tottenham DNA, not with fucking Conte, you know. Not with Conte.
Nah.
They might as well just get Poch. I mean, But then, but to answer a question for Chelsea, I don't think
Yeah.
there is a manager suitable.
No.
To
No,
take
there
over
isn't.
from Tuchel.
There isn't no, and as I keep saying, this is just. Do you know what this? And I know who's gone and brought out these. To be honest with you, it's fans here, but they've obviously read it from a. And I know the reporter. When I say I know the reporter, I know who actually wrote this stupid article as well that went around about this.
It's great social media influence.
Social media, and it was also supposed to be a well-known journalist who's supposed to be close to Chelsea that came out with rubbish as well regarding this whole situation. And I just said, when he starts writing this, he did the same. I mean, he was the same reporter that started talking crap about Rudiger, which annoyed me as well. I think we all know who that is. I'm not going to mention names on your channel here, bro. But what I'll say is, right, is you know, this guy seems to think, you know, he's got connections at Chelsea, yes, but what he tends to do is he's what I call a complete sly for fox. He talks to Chelsea players, acts like he's all in there with the players, and then wherever they've gone and tell him, he completely changes to something completely different. And he does it, and he's done it not just once; he's done it on a few occasions. And as I said, I won't mention his name, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't, because I don't know. But
I won't say his name, bro. Type
it in like the private chat or something.
Yeah, I will do. I'll
just so I know, because I'm intrigued now. But
hold on a second, man.
You got like is it social media? Sort of that war you guys.
But that's where they read it all from, though, mate. This is where it all comes from. But it comes from this particular person first. I think you know who this guy. Yeah, I've sent it in the private chat.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
He's the one that starts it all. Yeah.
Yeah, he started shit with Lampard, didn't he?
He did.
Lampard sort of not lost it, but certainly gave him a piece back.
Yeah, definitely. And this is why it's not going to happen. And anyone thinking that, because I'll tell you this right now. Now, if we were to do a stupid thing like that, any club in the Premiership is going to take this. Will take Tuchel on, and we know that. And I know already where he'll head to.
Go straight to United.
If that was the case,
He'll go straight to United.
Yeah,
100%. He would walk out the doors at Stamford Bridge, get one phone call from you know, the Glazers or you know, the director of football, Myrtle, and they'll go, "Hi, we've just sacked Ollie. Fancy a job?" And he'll go, "Oh, that United team. Oh, yes, baby. Let's go there." And he'll end up right through the doors at Old Trafford, and he will win them a ton. He'll win them Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, the lot. Because the thing is, that United team has got the best team in the league. Yeah, but I'm not even joking. They've got the best team in the league because they've got the depth. They've got world-class players in almost every position. The only thing that stops them from being the best in the league is their manager. Right? They've got a better team than Chelsea. I would say even on squad depth, they've got a better team than Liverpool, better than Man City-ish, maybe. It's the manager. And Tuchel would turn that team into... I mean, he wouldn't need... Because the thing with Tuchel, he's able to change tactically, isn't he?
Yeah.
We saw PSG played a 4-back.
Yes.
Chelsea, he's played a 3-back.
Yeah.
I bet you at United, he'll go back to a 3-back.
Yeah, he would
a 4-back. He'll probably he'll play 4-3-3 or something like that, and he'll rejuvenate that team, because all he'll say, I just need 2. He'll be like, "Look, I'm doing this for you. I just need 2 players," and they'll go, "Well, we can do that for you. Who would you like?" He'll be like, "Just 1 DM and 1 right back, and I'll win you stuff." Because that's what, and they'll look at Tuchel and go, Tuchel's records, first transfer. They always back in the first season as well. They'll be like, "Okay, yeah, who do you want? DM right back, we'll go get that for you. Myrtle will go get them," and then United will be a different animal.
Yeah, they will be, but they won't get him though. As I said to you, I cannot. As I said to you, all this stuff that's going on is right. It's just complete nonsense, as we've said.
Yeah,
and he won't go anywhere.
Because Roman knows it. Roman knows he'll go straight to United, and Roman and Roman's not about to go make United stronger.
No way at all. And let's be honest, he was chasing Tuchel for ages. Even as I said, long before Conte came our manager as well. And I think and he's got him now. And I can just see this going. I mean, as I said, they're going to be ups and every club has ups and downs in the season, bro. It's when you bounce back from it. I mean, and we've had 2 losses, and people think it's a catastrophe every time anything happens with Chelsea. What I sort of think about, you've got rival fans out there, and then you've also got the media. You've got anything to do with Chelsea, right? Anything to give us any kind of bad press, They're in there to do that because that's what they do. They just hate us for some reason, or they hate us because of the way we've probably where we can boot what we've gone, what we've got, how we've gone about our business, how we can win things, and we've done things, and they don't like that. They don't like that.
Why would they?
It's exactly, and and this is what I'm trying to say, right? This is what I mean. It's just proper media just talking utter nonsense. And let's be honest, we've bounced back now. We're top. I'm proud of that now. We just got to take it from there when we come back from the international football. We've got Brentford. That's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to. And then we've got Malmo in the Champions League. We've got to play them home and away in the champ. I can't see you struggling in them games. So it's good. It's going to be all good again. It's all going to be good. It's all good. It's all good.
If you struggle against Malmo twice, Tuchel is definitely smacking some players.
Oh, 100%, mate.
Some players, because Tuchel's lovely. He'll back the boys, but I bet in the changing room he's a different animal.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I can't imagine many, and I'm not. This isn't rude, but he is German as well, and Germans have a short fuse. I've met many a German, many of them. And they all have quite a short fuse. And you can sort of see Tuchel's definitely got a short fuse just by looking at him on the touchline. Yeah. He becomes incensed quite quickly, but most competitors are. That's why Ollie isn't really a competitor, because man is smiling when you're drawing 1-1 with Everton. Yeah. Fergie would not have been smiling. Like,
I just see a smile on a touchline. Yeah, we've just drawn Everton.
You'd find times where United have lost and Fergie has smiled in a press conference because he's just like, it's fine, we'll bounce back. There is no way on this God's green earth would he be smiling 20 seconds before full time when you're drawing 1-1 with Everton. He will be sat in his chair, chewing that gum.
Yeah,
vigorously.
Yeah, I remember.
And he will go into that dressing room and absolutely destroy everything in his path. Ollie's smiling. So look, Ollie's brought some parts of the United DNA back.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Not all of it.
He may choose to sit in. Well, he's not even sat in Fergie's seat. He's sat in the next seat next to it. But he may sit at the top and all of that. Right, that's the only thing he's brought back, and because they all say about him and young players as well. He's only really brought through Greenwood. Brandon Williams went on loan, and he was used as a necessity. Who else?
Will be a good player in the future.
100%. I love Brandon Williams. He's absolute shithouse, and with the right manager, he'll do very well. Ollie is not that guy though. Shotoya and Elanga. He's given some minutes to, but they're, again, not even there anywhere near the first team squad. They may train with them, but most reserves do train. Well, most of the under-23s do train with the men's team. That's normally how it goes nowadays. You sort of merge them together. It's because that's the way you can look at them and unearth any good players. But he's only really brought through Greenwood. I can't, unless I'm blind, but I can't see a young player in that United squad that Ollie has brought through, and even Greenwood was brought through under Jose because Greenwood got his first bench minutes. Well, I don't think he came off the bench for Jose because that wouldn't really fit Jose style, really. A young player coming off the bench for Jose.
No.
The only one he did that with is McTominay, and I can see 100. I can see why Jose loves McTominay.
Yeah,
a bastard in midfield, defensive minded. Jose will be all over that. He'll be like, "I'll take you." It's like I can see, and you know, if it didn't work with McTominay at United, he would so be on Joe. He'll be the first guy on Jose's list. He'll be like, "McTominay's free. I'll take him." It's sort of like you just
it's
know
true.
He would, wouldn't you? Because Jose, he doesn't bring through many young players, but when he likes one, he really likes it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he did that. To be fair to him, I mean, I know when he first came into Chelsea in 2004, you already had one who came through, but he had so many. He had his loan spells first, but then he came through under Claudio Ranieri, and that was John Terry. And then he started, obviously, from then on, everyone knows this, the whole John Terry thing. From there, he went from strength to strength, and one of the best centre backs around in the world for me. as a Chelsea fan. I'm not saying as a Chelsea fan, but just in general. But yeah, in terms of youngsters, yeah, Jose is not one for doing that. I mean, the only other youngster I ever saw Jose give a chance to Chelsea back in the day when he was in, I don't know if any of the people remember his name, is a guy called Leon Knight. We had him for a brief little spell. And he gave him, I think he gave him a bit of a cameo role. I think it was in a game in Europe. I think it might have been a game in Europe we played in.
Yeah.
And he brought him on for about 2 minutes before the game was going to finish.
Yeah,
we were already winning the game already. So just go out and have a bit of a run out with the first team, see what you do. It was one of
the thing with Jose, isn't it, is he doesn't he's obviously aware of the stat that he's not really a kid-friendly manager, shall I say.
Yeah.
So he'll probably do the occasional one, just be a shithouse and go, yeah, I gave him 2 minutes. What more do you want from me? But I reckon Greenwood would have done quite well with Jose, because Jose needed quick, talented players with him, didn't he? Because he obviously, the way that Chelsea, or the way Jose sets up is very much, I will sit back and soak up a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Try and break me down. It's going to be quite
effective.
difficult.
He was effective, wasn't it?
Exactly. And he'll be like, but bear in mind, if you leave me too much space to attack, I will get them to attack you. So you can attack me all you like. The boys know what they're doing normally. Mm-hmm. But please stand on that halfway line and see what I'm about to do to you. It's how he beat Fergie.
Yeah.
Because what he did is he was like, I'll just sit back. This is fine. Joseph, like, drop a bit further back, boys.
Yeah.
Bring them on to him. Keep coming. Oh shit, we've just scored from a counter. I didn't know that was coming. That's Jose football.
That's his way.
To have the likes of Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno would have been so effective with Jose. Like Jose would have had them balling. Because he'd be like, because he needs that clinical edge, which is why Martial did. It's why that one was a strange one. Because I thought Jose would like Martial. Because he's quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jose's just Jose. Chris says 5-0 Argyle. Love to see it. Mm-hmm. But we are going to wrap it up there because I'm about to go cook a roast dinner.
Sure. Excellent, bro. Enjoy.
I will. Well, this is sort of dinner time for me now. Well, nearly.
You streaming again afterwards? Or are you streaming tomorrow?
Yep. Tomorrow we've got the weekly review show at 9. Okay. Talking all of that. I'll be on Munsey Talks Football as well tomorrow.
Okay, bro. I'll look out for that.
Yeah, so he's a United fan, so I'll be on his channel tomorrow at 7. Mm-hmm. And then God knows, we've got international break, haven't we? So we've got some England watch ons. Where you can watch me sleep and get called up when someone scores. People think I'm joking. I'm literally going to watch England games like this. I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to like sort out the headrest. I'm like, excellent. Someone wake me up when Southgate plays football. That is that is how the watch-alongs for England are going to go this week.
Mate, so, I hope not. I hope it won't be that way. I'm sure that I'm hoping England will. I hope we will win their games. I mean, I've got a couple to watch.
We'll win.
I've got England and Portugal for me, mate, to watch.
It'll be 1-0 wins. We'll win them. It'll probably be a 1-0 win, and it'll be the worst football I've ever seen. And I've watched League 2 football. It's like that, isn't it? But yeah, we've still got all the shows as well.
Yes.
Liverpool, Chelsea and United making uncomfortable talks for them all. So for United, I don't know what, I'm sure there's plenty of uncomfortable things I could talk about with them at the moment. With Liverpool, we're going to do a debate on Salah and Gerrard.
Oh, what a debate.
Mate. I know. For Chelsea, I haven't quite worked out theirs yet, but we'll come up with something. Andorra and Hungary on Sunday. This will be a great relaxed time.
Next time.
God, that's going to be enough to put me asleep. But Chris says Argyle next game 5-0. I can only hope.
Yeah.
Burton next on Saturday. That should be an interesting one. But yeah, before we go, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Everyone smash the like button.
If you are new to the channel, check out our socials: Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok, LS or Premier League. Where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me on streams. You'll find me on. I'm usually on the Green Turf. I'm also on Baggy TV as well when he's doing his streams as well. Big up to those two channels, and Max Burton as well. Big up to him as well. If you want to find me on Twitter, guys, it's DJ SavJ17 at DJ SavJ. And everyone smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Excellent content you guys always provide. I always do watch your show. I've not been on for a while, mate, because I've been working late times, but I still get a chance to sit and watch your shows, bro. Excellent content you provide all the time, man. All the time. Big up to you guys for that.
Much appreciated. We do try. It's YouTube is a weird and wonderful place, and you learn it quite quickly about it being weird. But yeah, Max, I was getting a laptop, but it's not in stock. That's brutal. I've had that before. Prefer the England women football. Yeah, me and you both. See you later, everyone. Big up Noel, bro. See you tomorrow for weekly review show. Absolutely. Can you wait till 12? I cannot, because I've got to go. I've got to watch. I've got to go cook my dinner. But if you do want to watch any more of us, Chris, we've done plenty of videos. Just done an Argyle review where I lost my shit with VFL referees.
I can imagine you being like that, mate.
Oh, mate, I absolutely went for them. Absolutely. I will warn you, though, explicit language was used multiple times.
Good. That's good.
So, if you're offended easily, avoid that like the plague. But yeah, go watch some of our other content, Chris. We've got a shit ton for you. But yeah, if you want to watch, I can't stay any longer because I've got to go. But if you want to watch any more of our content, we've got a shit ton that's already there. So just click a video and watch some of the other things we've done as well. I'm sure there's something you haven't watched, and just put that on. But yeah, we're back tomorrow. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. And
thanks for having me on your show now, by the way, bro. Peace out to you.
Cheers for coming on. And
Take
peace
care.
out, everyone.
Peace out, everyone. Peace.